Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today, I'm excited to bring to you another video that's actually going to be on Keepa. I think that I've done quite a few of these in a row, but I know that a lot of you have liked the videos and you continue to ask for more Keepa videos. And so today, I wanted to discuss with you how you can track products for Amazon FBA or even FBM if you're doing merchant fulfilled, but how you can track products with Keepa for arbitrage sourcing. Now, for many of you, you might say, oh, that's super simple, right? We just click the little button and we can add the tracking information. But I wanted to give you a couple different use cases for it, as well as show you some features that I think a lot of people probably miss because of the way that Keepa is currently set up whenever you click on track product. And so I'm just going to show you a couple quick examples. This will be a shorter video, but please post below your questions if you've got any on how to use Keepa or anything specifically that you want to see from an Amazon standpoint for sourcing products for arbitrage, wholesale, even private label I can speak about as well as I continue to grow in that. Additionally, if you want to see anything else on Keepa, please let me know specifically so I can answer those questions moving forward as well. So before I go forward, though, I do want to mention that I have a free Keepa guide. It's actually a 16-page guide that I use to train employees and to train people how to source products and really how to read the basics of Keepa, how you should set up your charts, what are some of the things you should be looking at. You can go to that link at askjimmysmith.com/Keepa guide. The link is also in the description if you'd like to get access that way. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. And I'm going to show you this one example to start. So obviously, if you're looking at this, it looks like a fairly steady Keepa chart, but you can tell if you've ever done Amazon sourcing and looked at Keepa in the past, you can tell that the buy box is much lower than the FBA prices in this case. And so what that means is, yes, FBA sellers are probably getting the buy box. They're probably selling this product just fine. They're Equate flushable wipes from Walmart. But what you do see, though, is that the buy box is at a really low price. So if I scroll up here, we can see the buy box is at $9.48. And you have to pay less than, or your remainder is $1.01 without any cost in there. And that's just at the buy box. So as you know, there's going to be many people that will click through just to see the FBA offers, and there might be some sales that come through from that. But what I wanted to show you is that what you can do with Keepa in these scenarios. Let's say that the FBA price is it was up around the $17 price point for a while, and then it has slowly dropped to about $13.80. And so if you realize that the $13.80 price point is what you want to see where you should be able to sell the product at, you can click into track product and you can switch these items. Now, Amazon isn't selling this product, so you don't want to go based off this one, although it is interesting. If you did find a product that has Amazon on it, you could actually track their price. So whenever they reduce the price to a certain amount or whenever they increase their price to a certain amount, you could have Keepa email you. But this is the one that we're going to be looking at mainly, is this new one, because the new price is by third-party sellers or by Amazon, and then the shipping is not included. So that's something important to know. But also, I wanted to point out that this is something, if you click this button, if you click where it says less, it will actually switch to more. So then you can start to track products to see how the pricing rebounds. So right now, the price, if I remember right, for FBA was around $13.60. But let's say that we wanted to see it whenever it gets back up over $15. So we could have Keepa set up a price alert for anything over $15, and it will let us know. It will send us an email to us whenever we click start tracking. Now, what's cool, you can also track for a year, 2 weeks, 6 months, etc., 10 years if you wanted, which is pretty ridiculous to me. But there's also other options as well. And this is what I think a lot of people miss, is this tracking mode. And down here, if you click into advanced, there's some other things that pop up. So you can get different notifications, or you can have it include shipping costs, which I think would be important if you wanted to do that based off the FBM seller. But I'm going to deselect that. You can look at Prime only. So that way you are only competing against either seller fulfilled Prime or FBA products. And then you can also select if you wanted to include shipping costs or warehouse only for the used side, but we're going to ignore that because most people, at least in my community, aren't selling used products. Additionally, you can put memos and tags. So you could actually put in here that the source price and where you could buy it from. So that way you've got it memoed. You could have tags as well for maybe the source store if you wanted to do that. And then the last thing too is the pro side. If you click under tracking mode and click pro, you can see there's a ton more options for new offer count, which to me is pretty cool. You can see, hey, right now there's too many sellers, so I want to see when the new offer count goes below 10, right? Or if it goes below 5, that's when I want to get notified of something. And so you could technically take this out and say, I want to see the new offer count. Let's see, it's current. It says 16 currently. I would probably select, let's do the lowest 3 months, 7. So I'd want to see the new offer count to be at 7 or less. So that's a great indicator to say, all right, maybe we should go out and source this product. And Keepa will email you that. So even if you're finding products that right now aren't profitable, you can have Keepa alert you of these things because the new sellers have gone down or the price has gone up, right? Or you can even have it let you know if the price has gone down if you wanted to. Sometimes it's really good to use if you're purchasing products just for yourself. Whatever this product is, maybe I want to see when the price drops 20% or something, and then I'll buy it for my own personal use, right? If that was something I was interested in. So you can use this for personal uses, you can use it for business use, but ultimately I wanted to show you whenever the price goes above a certain price, it can send you an email. You can also have it send you an email when the offer count gets lower than a certain amount, or if you wanted it to be more than a certain amount. I don't know why we'd do that. And then also sales rank. You can have it go based off of a sales rank or less or more. So if you click into here, it'll give you the current sales rank of 3,241. Well, we want to see it whenever the sales rank drops 10%, right? So we could have Keepa email us then, or if we wanted to do more, we could click into here and say, well, we want to see it whenever the sales rank jumps over 10,000, because that probably means it's selling slower. So maybe I've got an opportunity to sell on it. Whatever it might be, there's tons of different things that you can play around with to set up tracking for your different products. And then there's even more, as Keepa says, and even more. We want to see whenever the buy box is at a certain price versus just the new offer. We could actually make it strictly based off the buy box. And so that would be pretty helpful, because if we don't care as much about the new offers, we just want to see what the buy box is at. That will help, because what's the most competitive prices we can compete with sellers at. And then there's a bunch of other options as well under this pro side. And so I really wanted to show you this, because it's something that even just until recently, I didn't realize necessarily existed until I went through and was just clicking around and saw that there was an advanced and a pro option down here. And so I don't know how many people really talk about this, but the fact that you can have Keepa send you an email whenever you want to get a product to a certain level, you can click to start tracking for a certain amount of time. Now, also with this, let's say that you're looking for products that were just Q4. So this is where this comes in handy, right? Because maybe right now we're in August as of the time of this recording. And so I just want to see for the next 6 months what a Q4 product is doing. So I just pulled up a random holiday time Christmas tree thing that is actually got a seller right now. No FBA though. I think it's just, just one FBM offer. But if I look back at last year, I can see that, okay, well, the price was at $32. So maybe I want to see a couple things from tracking products. I want it to be 6 months because I don't care about after Q4. But I also want to put it at, let's see, what did I say it was? $34.99 was the low. Well, maybe I want to see it whenever the price, and currently, by the way, it's at 34. Maybe I want to see it whenever the price gets up to $37.99 or $39.99. So I can start having Keepa track that information. And whenever the price starts to go up, and it'll probably be mid-December based off of the price history that I'm looking at here. It looks like December 15th, the price started going up. Maybe then I could merchant fulfill these to people that ordered them towards the end of Q4. You can see it was even still selling until really January almost at a higher price point. So you could have it track for that. And again, if I went with the pro, I could say, well, right now the sales rank is at 826,000. Maybe this is profitable at the $34 price point, but it's not something I want to send in just yet because the sales rank's so high. But I want to see whenever the sales rank hits, instead of, what is it, 800,000? Is that what I said? 826? Well, I want to see it whenever it hits to 300,000. So I could come into here, click track product. You'd want to click on pro and say that I want to see when the sales rank is at, let's just go with the lowest 3 months, 393,000 or less. Because that way I know that, okay, it's starting to sell again for Q4. That means I can go out and buy this product and send it in. And as long as the pricing holds up, like last year at around this $32 price point, 32 to 34, then I should be able to sell it profitably, right? So you can use this for so many different features. And I really love the thought of using it as we're going through so many different supply chain issues right now, right? Where a lot of products come into stock. So a bunch of sellers flock to them. They send them into Amazon. So the price is starting to drop in some cases and sellers are rising. Well, you can use this tracking mechanism to let you know when the price goes up again, or to let you know when there's a certain amount of sellers lower than where it's currently at. If there's 20 new sellers, well, I want to see it whenever it drops down to 10, or I want to see it when the price goes up above a certain amount, right? You can use this for so many cool things. And I really think if you start this, even on the products falling out of your inventory, falling off of your inventory, this will help you to be able to restock those things as the listings rebound. And so I really just wanted to show you the basics, right, of what you can do with this tracking feature on Keepa. It is available for everybody that has a paying subscription, and they will just monitor any Amazon product, as you can see, and they'll send you an alert once the price changes. They'll notify you via email, web push, Telegram, or RSS. We would get emails, and then once you click Start Tracking, it would set that up in the back end of Keepa for you, and it really can help tremendously for products that have become saturated that you want to find out more on in the future, or it can help you to find Q4 products that are starting to hit again as you're sourcing for Q4. Maybe you're finding a bunch of new listings. You can't even see old data in Q4, but ultimately you want to be able to see if those products start to get traction, maybe certain bundles or certain decor for Christmas or Thanksgiving, something like that. And you can set this up to say, hey, when it hits a sales rank of a certain amount, let me know. Or if it gets its first review or its second review, those things, you can have it let you know if it goes over a certain amount. So there's so much that you can do here. Play around with it. Start setting these up in your account, because I truly think that it will help quite a bit. Ultimately, you want to be able to use as many features with Keepa as possible. And this is a really nice feature to have so that you can always have these set up, just alerting you. You could even have them automatically forwarded to a virtual assistant or some employee in your company, so you don't have to deal with all of the different alerts that might come through, especially as you set up hundreds and hundreds of these over time, potentially. Also, make sure that since the tracking for option, you can go from, I believe it was, 2 weeks up to 10 years on certain things. If it goes over the 6 months, it's going to fall off that tracking. So you might want to set up some sort of a spreadsheet to monitor that. So that way, at the end of 6 months, maybe you want to re-up that tracking and you want to start it again, or you can just set them all up for 10 years, but after 10 years, they're all going to fall off. But anyway, I at least wanted to point that out. You've got a ton of options here. Use it. And you might have to rewatch this because I talked about a lot of different use cases for the tracking products. If you want anything else from a Keepa standpoint with this tracking, maybe some other use cases or a little bit more in depth, please let me know specifically because obviously there's only so much I could talk about with it. But don't forget, I do have that free 16-page Keepa guide for training your employees or training yourself on Keepa. If you go to AskJimmySmith.com/Keepa guide, comment below. Let me know what you thought of this video, what else you'd like to see, and how else I can help you in your Amazon business. And please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you being here, taking the time to watch this. I hope that this helps you. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.